Welcome back, everyone, to another Battle for Humanity build-along. This is going to be Krista Lenz. She is of the Survey Corps. She is a 6 hand size, 32 health character. She has Chaos and Order for her symbols, which is always an interesting combination. Excuse me. She has a static that says, after you discard one or more cards, put 2 wall counters on this character. Interesting that she says put 2 wall counters, and all the other ones say add 2 wall counters. But, say levy. Something interesting to note that reviewing a card does count as discarding. So if you review a card, you get 2 wall counters. She has an enhance, remove 1 wall counter, and any of these characters that remove 1 wall counter is not just from them, but it can be from anywhere in your stage. So remove 1 wall counter, this attack is stun 1. Very powerful. Enhance, remove 4 wall counters, choose 1 card in either player's discard pile, add it to the top of their deck. So you can stack good checks on top of your deck and bad checks on top of your rival's deck. So I think this character is going to be pretty interesting to look at. I definitely think we want to go Order here. And of course our Chaos and Order attuned symbols. So let's see what our attacks are going to look like, shall we? Excuse me. Let's see, all a soldier can do is, if we have momentum, milling to get damage based on modifiers. This attack is blocked. Each player sacrifices a foundation. I don't think we want to do that. Build an asset, add the top card back to our momentum. No. Not sacrificing wall counters, or we don't want to remove wall counters from our cards. Not really hoarding momentum or playing backups or shifts. I'll be honest, guys, I don't know if we're going to get a lot out of the Chaos symbol attack-wise. Tear down the wall. We like building the wall, though. Ooh. Ignore that. Ignore that I said that. We like building wall counters. After we play this card, our rival commits a face-up foundation. It's not awful. Deadlock Blitz, commit our rival's character. Your rival mills 1. If they milled an attack, draw 3 cards, otherwise draw 1 card. This attack gets +1 damage for each card in your hand. I don't think we're going to worry about that. However, since we're doing a lot of committing with our stun, I do think freeze is going to be really powerful here. Backed into a corner, if our rival has more foundations than us, we freeze X foundations, X equals the difference. That could be useful. If we have 2 or more wall counters, this attack is powerful 2, or +2 to its powerful rating, and we may remove a wall counter. I don't think we're going to need to do this, because we want to keep our wall counters. We want to be spending them on our own things. Execute orders, add a foundation from our stage to our hand. This attack gets X speed, X equals the difficulty of that foundation. I don't really think that's necessary, because unless we're picking up a 3 diff, that's not going to be really useful, and we wouldn't want to play a 3 diff later in a string. Freeze a rival foundation, absolutely. Freeze a rival foundation, absolutely. Commit all foundations with a difficulty of 2. This could be strong. She definitely wants to limit what your rival has access to. We are going to have, if we have 4 or more wall counters. If we're spending our wall counters, not hoarding them, do we really want Panicked Admonishment? I don't think so. Plaintive Cry, if we block with this card, ready a foundation and our rival commits one? Maybe. Commit a rival foundation and get a whole bunch. Did I say what she was? She's a Survey Corps? She's a Survey Corps. Commit a rival foundation, get X damage equal to the number of committed rival foundations. Really strong here. Attacking a backup, commit and freeze 1 backup, or no. Add a wall counter to a card in our stage. This attack is 1 damage for every 2 wall counters on cards in your stage. That's good. Add a wall counter to our stage and draw a card for every 2 wall counters on it. Good. Again, I don't think we're going to be needing any shift cards here. I think shift cards are going to be very dependent on the character. So what's that put us with right to start? 7? Alright. So we like stunning. Spend a momentum, increase all this attack's keyword ratings by 1, and if our rival has 8 or more foundations, this attack gets 3 speed, so it becomes a 7 mid 5, powerful 4, stun 2, and we get another instance of stun 1, so effectively stun 4. That could be useful as an opener. What zones are we using? Lows, mids, lows and mids, and a couple of highs. Commits foundation after each of our charge attacks deals damage. Nothing, charge, weapon, fury, charge, range weapon, charge ranged. Maybe not. Forcing our rival to flip foundations. No. Not too worried about that. Freeze up to 2 foundations stun during this attack. That's going to be good because we can give this attack stun 1 in addition to its own stun 1. So we can stun 2 and then freeze 2. That's pretty powerful. If we played a keyword ability this turn, draw a card. Could be useful, but I don't think we want to... I think we can spend our card efficiency elsewhere. Walk the dog absolutely belongs in Krista, but I'm not going to put it in a day 0 build because it's so expensive. Freeze a rival foundation. Our rival may discard a card to cancel this effect. Maybe. Discard a momentum. This attack is 5 damage. Freeze a rival foundation. That could be strong. Shards of Winter can definitely net us some draw cards and getting a whole bunch of speed. And I think that might be where we hold it for our attacks. Yeah, I think we're going to hold it there for our attacks. So, let's see. 11. That's a lot. So, backed into a corner, can freeze multiple foundations, but only if our rival has more than us. I think we're okay without it. Grab the moment, definitely. Because then if we have multiple frozen foundations, we get to draw a card. Handling the Armor Titan, hindering the Armor Titan, absolutely. Intimidating Command could be good just because we can commit multiple things in order to freeze them. That could be strong. Pressing the Advantage is strong. Wall Artillery is good for getting our wall counters, as is Wall Maria's Might. Barrier Buster could be fun. Heaven Piercing Ice Wall could be good. Maybe 2 Ice Sword, 2 Shard. What does that put us at? 26? 25, I was close. Alright. What don't we need? Add 1 wall counter to a card in our stage. This attack is +1 damage for every 2 wall counters on cards in your stage. So that's just very strong. Wall Maria, add a wall counter to your stage, then draw 1 card for every 2 wall counters on that card. We might not actually need the Wall Maria's Might. Shocking, I know. And then we might not need the Ice Sword. We don't really have a lot of ways to spend our momentum. We have EX2 here. We can spend a momentum here. Alright, we might not need the Shards of Winter. And that gives us 21 attacks. Alright, so now let's move into our assets. We are a Survey Corps, if I remember correctly. We are. So we can get 2 speed, 2 damage. I like that. I also like vertical maneuvering equipment. It unboxes amazing. And I think that's it there. Excuse me. Now, actions. Fortitude the Armor Titan. Raise Walls is really good. Showdown is good. Showdown is solid in her because she's just freezing everyone's foundations out. Yep. So now onto our foundation. Foundations. Innie's Gamble. After you make a check, it's +1, spend momentum. Change of plans, no. Build one backup from our card pool. No, because we're not playing backups. Extra rations. I do just love that she's just punching people in the face and chowing down on a potato or bread. That's just hilarious. If players through more text in their card pool, draw a card. After you block, your rival spends a momentum. Horrifying Realizations is really good because if your rival discards a foundation, they have to commit another foundation. Mill 1, this attack is mill -3 speed. Commit for -2 damage. Flip for -3 damage. This could be good just to have the 6 check. And we'll see where this goes. After you deal damage from an unblocked attack, commit one rival foundation, so selective committal could be useful. We're not dealing with the 3 or less. Spend a momentum to freeze one rival foundation. If they have 8 or more foundations, freeze 2 instead. That could be a fun one-of. If we have 5 or more wall counters on our character, we're not gaining a bunch of wall counters onto our character. Fortify walls is absolutely a must. You should probably get 4 of this because we're going to be spending a lot of wall counters on this character. Faith in the Walls, maybe a 2 of. Attack at stun 1 and 1 damage. That's useful. We're just going to stun everybody. Everything gets stunned. We might need more discard just to fuel our character more. Let's see what else we got here. After a stun attack is played, it loses 2 keywords. What other cards do we have that can discard cards? Here we go. First enhance, flip, discard a card. Your rival cannot block your attacks with cards of the same type. That could be handy. And with discarding the card, we get more wall counters on our character. Fighting for control, we're stunning out everything. Discard a card for -2 damage. That might not be a lot, but it would get us... I don't know, I still think I'd rather block at that point. If we've discarded a card this combat phase, draw a card. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that. Acrobatic Style is a must here. Commit to freeze 1. Botan's Coaching, here we go. That lets us discard. What else could we do here? Mid-attack is 2 speed. Discard a momentum to draw a card. Lust for Battle, Seasoned Brawler. Let's see. Now it's your turn. Public support. We can discard a card and draw a card. And if we've stacked a card on top of our deck, that could actually be very, very strong. So yeah, let's put that as a 2 of, because we can give our attack 1/1 and draw another attack maybe, and get wall counters on our character. Sense of justice. Again, order doesn't have a lot of... we need making a stand to get rid of momentum, and all of our attacks can gain stun in one, so that gives all of our attacks extra damage, as does Drowning and Resentment. Still not a lot of discarding. Form, flip, draw 2 cards, discard 2 random cards, though. I don't like the discarding of 2 random cards. Got a lot of mill. A lot of mill, not a lot of discard. Which, I mean, if she got access to all of the discard cards, she would be a little busted. Let's see what discard 1 card. We get 8. Discard a card for +1 or -2 speed. Discard a card, our good attacks get +2 damage. Idle work. Alright. What's she looking at? 71? That's not bad. We could probably trim some mid blocks here. Adjusting the plan. What are we at? 32? Let's just cut 2 of these. I do like the 6 check here. So 69 cards, not bad. What other 6 checks can we have in the order symbol? Not a whole hell of a lot. Not a whole hell of a lot. So I think that's going to be it for Day 0 of Krista. I think this character is going to be a very strong foundation control character. You're just going to stun a bunch of cards, you can freeze a bunch of cards, which makes your rival's next turn really difficult, and then you can just keep up that pressure with your wall counters, giving them bad checks, giving yourself good checks. There's not a lot of like discard outs, but thankfully we do have cards like Idle Work, and Botan's Coaching, and Horrifying Realization, as well as your review step to be able to try to generate those wall counters. And then cards like Fortify Walls, which will always gain wall counters at the end of every turn, can really help bolster that. But I think she's going to be a fun character to play. Yeah. Pretty simple. Stun them out, freeze them out, and pummel them in the face. So that's going to be it for Krista. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And if you want to help support the channel even more, there's a link to my Patreon down in the description below. And until next time, guys, take care.